watching Coffee and Crypto. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor. This is your one-stop destination where we talk about all things crypto. We decrypt the world of cryptocurrency for you, make it simple, understandable, snackable for you. On the program today, what have we got? We've got some basics of what is hugely discussed and known as crypto mining. Okay, so for starters, are you one of those who's interested in crypto, wanted to invest in crypto, but thinking, dude, where's the money? While some of you, in fact, even wrote to me saying, Sonal, crypto space sounds damn interesting, but sadly, I have no money. To all you people, listen up to today's explainer very, very carefully because I've written it just for you. And I can't wait to tell you more about that. But to dive in, let's get to our coffee table. So can you own crypto without actually purchasing it? Think about that. There is a way. And by the end of today's episode, you will know how to do it exactly. I know it sounds like paise ped pe thodi na ugte, and yes, there are no free lunches in life, but you don't always need money to make money. You can actually work your way to it. And by that I mean you can work to earn crypto coins. And this process is rightly called mining. Mining cryptocurrency. What is mining? Well, if I were to explain it to you in one simple line, it would be bookkeeping or auditing of crypto transactions. Remember, we told you in an earlier episode as well that the crypto space, there is no bank or central authority, and this actually prevents double spending. So the question is, how do the transactions remain tamper-proof? This proof, called proof of work in crypto world, is established by miners. And for your time, energy, and in fact not so much of your expertise really, these miners get paid in coins. Simple? So now you know that what exactly is mining. Let's tell you how it's done. So miners of gold and diamonds had to dig deep in the earth for days and years to find these precious stones. When it comes to crypto mining, you have to solve a complex problem. Rather, your computer has to solve a complex problem. Problem solved equals transaction authenticated equals you mined a coin equals ownership of your coin. Sounds easy, right? But you know, it's not quite. You don't just have to solve the problem, you have to be the first one to solve the problem. So it's like a race in that way. The first computer to find the solution wins the token or the coin. In the crypto world, this means that you manage to give in your proof of work and thus entitled to the token. A quick note over here is that by only the entire thing that I've told you and how it happens, that only works for Bitcoin. And there is a slight change in how mining is done for, say, other popular coins like Ethereum. But let's not get into that. We'll probably sort of talk about that on some other day. So how was that? I tried to make it a little easy for you to understand, and these are just basics that we have covered. But I'm sure you're wondering, so how do we get started now? What is the computer that's needed to start mining? Well, don't worry, CC got you covered, and in this episode, not one, but two explainers for you. So coming up next, we'll tell you the ultimate mining toolkit. What do you need to start? How much does it cost? And how long does it take to mine? All right, so are you ready for that? So first, what do you need? Let's talk about equipment. Now, in early days of crypto, mining was possible with just about general CPUs, your basic laptop or desktop would have worked as well, but not anymore. As more and more people joined the crypto space, this meant more bookkeeping and auditing transactions. All of that had to be done, which translated into more mining. So miners thought, wow, more coins to earn over here. But that's when more competition also set in, which meant that the problem that you were solving to mine became harder to solve. Meaning now more sophisticated system is needed, and miners now have to invest in powerful computer equipment if you want to mine. Broadly, there are three things that you would need. At times you wouldn't need all three, at times you would need just about one or two. First thing you need is a CPU, we all know what that is. Second thing that you need is a GPU, that is a graphics processing unit. That's how it looks like a little on your screen right now. And the third thing that you need is an application-specific integrated circuit. It's called ASIC. Now, which CPU, which GPU, which ASIC you buy will depend on the currency that you want to mine. So they are specific to the coin you're getting after. And apart from this, there are three basic other categories as well that you need to have. Now, just like everything else, the biggest factor of choosing the right tools here really is when you're trying to mine, is just to understand and identify which coin you're after and thus then build your system accordingly. But like I said, beside this, three other requirements that you must have: uninterrupted power supply. Now, most modern miners require a 220 volts of outlet, uninterrupted internet connection. Now, best achieved with an Ethernet relay cable there, plugged directly to your router. Wi-Fi alone may or may not work, as a lot of people say. And then the third thing that you need is airflow or cooling. Now, ASIC miners generate a lot of heat. This means proper ventilation, fans and ACs are needed to help circulate that air. In fact, this is one of the biggest criticisms as well when it comes to crypto mining, because the kind of energy that is really required to mine. And that's the irony over here, offline or online. That's how much energy it really takes. So that was your mining toolkit. But I'm sure you have lots of questions even after that. So we've got some experts for you. Joining us today on CC is Ajit Khurana. He's a crypto geologist and an expert as well. He's a founder for Genesis Network. He's a former miner himself. Hello to you. Welcome to CC. Also joining us is Roshan. Roshan is a co-founder and CEO of GoSats. And Roshan is also somebody who's invested in the system, and we'll try to understand from him how it works. Hi, Roshan. Welcome to the program.
Hi, Sonal.
Let me begin with Mr. Khurana. Ajit, just sort of explain to us, and I've tried to cover some basics over here, but there's so much really more that has to be explored in this mining space. Can we first start by talking about what is pool mining? And this is basically, just for the benefit of our viewers again, a couple of people putting their resources together to mine. So it's sort of a kitty or a club that you find, and all of you put your resources together, and of course, whatever coin you mine gets distributed. Could you talk about some ways on that?
I'm going to take 10 seconds first to congratulate you on the elegant way in which you explained mining. I have explained mining over 100 times. I'm going to use your words. And second, I did not know I was going to be on the program with Roshan, because I am a shareholder in his company. And Roshan presents an alternative to mining by using his app. But that apart, let me answer your question.
Oh, I didn't have any idea either. So we are just getting to know the crypto community here. But go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so if you want to mine, there are three fundamental approaches. One is you get your hardware and mine. That is advantage. You get the highest yield because everything yielded becomes yours. Second is somebody else has hardware, you borrow it for some time. Advantage, no upfront costs. Disadvantage, somebody takes some part of your profit away. Third, you do neither of these. You just pay somebody who is offering a mining contract and they mine it for you. What you have asked me about pool mining, and by the way, the last one, of course, becomes the easiest because you can put in 100 rupees. Disadvantage being that a lot of your profit gets taken away, probably to the 5 to 10%. Now, the first thing where you run your own mining equipment, even if you have like very serious servers, like for example, what you are showing on TV right now
are very small
mining rigs.
Yeah.
Right? So if we look at your GPU mining rigs, quite likely I will run them for my lifetime and earn nothing. As in, I could run them for at least 10 years and earn nothing, because the probability of being the first one, you know that Sharma ji ka ladka has to come first. In mining also that is true, exactly how you described.
It's fastest finger first, or fastest graphic first in this case.
Yeah. So if many of us got together and said we will all allot our computer power to mining, the likelihood that at least one of us would come first is high. And at that point of time, we divide the rewards amongst all the people who contributed their power to the process. This is called pool mining.
Right. Right. So I think what you're suggesting is a good way if you want to experiment in this space is pool it first, try and test waters, see how it is working, then see if it is giving you enough dividends to sort of get started on your own in case you want to get into that space as well. But, you know, when it comes to mining, and I want to come to Roshan on that, the biggest concern the world is really watching for is the amount of energy that is used. So how Bitcoin works in a very basic level, again, for our viewers to understand, is that a lot of transactions actually don't yield to anything because you couldn't race it to the finish, right? You didn't come first. So all the effort and energy went to waste over here, right? And people are saying, well, what is happening with all this constant running of energy, etc.? So is there a way in which tech has managed to solve that problem? Because, you know, this remains to be a huge concern. Government's also picking it up now.
Absolutely. I mean, like, it is true up to a certain extent. I mean, like, before Bitcoin, there was this whole gold mining debate, you know, what happened for decades.
I see you there. Sorry, you know, Roshan, for a bit. What our viewers are seeing on their screen right now is actually a map of where all mining happens across the globe. And you see that it's actually centralized in China. It was the case for a very, very long time until they banned it, of course. But we'll get to that in a bit. Finish your comment, please. Yeah.
Yeah, there was this whole debate about gold and the mining that's associated with it. So right now, this is kind of like shifted to Bitcoin. So people do not like getting out of their comfort zone. And when we talk about wastage, right? I mean, wastage is such an ambiguous term. Like, we cannot quantify waste. So it's just an abstract noun. So all this energy with machines, the Bitcoin miners basically purchase this energy. And they convert that into Bitcoin, into a sound monetary system. So, and this is only going to incentivize renewable energy. Like years ago, like probably just 20% of entire Bitcoin mining was renewable. Today, it's over 50%. And it's only going to go up. And the China ban is a good thing. Like, as you mentioned, it's centralized in China. It's going away now. Like, it's coming to all the other countries that have good renewable energy infrastructure. And once El Salvador, which is the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, once they come up with this huge volcano mining kind of a strategy, Bitcoin is going to be stronger and as ever. So I honestly feel like a lot of critics try to attack mining by saying it's a lot of wasteful. But what is getting wasted here? The energy is being pushed into creating something of value, $1 trillion asset. Whereas if you look at other blockchain tokens, right, there's no energy. It's just that you buy a bunch of tokens, you're rich enough, you accumulate a lot, and you earn interest on top of it. So that's what I see with Bitcoin, is this proof of work where you're actually proving that, you know, you're putting some effort into getting something of value.
How fascinating. There's something new we get to know about crypto every minute. I shouldn't even say every day or every episode. But closing comments there from Ajit. Ajit, tell me, but again, for our viewers, this is not the only way that you mine, right? Ethereum, say, for example, works on a very different concept.
No, so the thing is that at a top level, you use computers and computing power to mine. Bitcoin might require ASIC, Ethereum and all of its family might require GPU-based mining. There are some who require CPU-based mining. There was a very, very popular mining-based token called Chia, which required hard disk space for mining. So there are many methods. All of them require computing power. But, you know, one very quick point is that the entire debate and hullabaloo around energy usage is always only accompanying a sudden rise in prices where people lose all concepts of cost and want to mine at all costs. When mining becomes very competitive, as it is presently, frankly, it is not very energy inefficient.
I see. All right, there, gentlemen, I'm afraid that's all the time we have, but there's so much to dig into this mining stuff as well, and we'll continue to do that. In fact, that's the whole point of this program, to sort of simplify crypto for everybody else. Thank you so much for your time. Well, with that, we are going to slip into a break, but don't go anywhere, because coming up on the other side, since we are talking about miners, we've got for you a 15-year-old and a 9-year-old miner. And guess how much they earn? $35,000 a month. How do they do that? How did they even begin the entire process? We'll tell you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Ishan, a 14-year-old miner, and you can watch my crypto story.
Hi, my name is Anya, and I'm a 9-year-old, and you can
Welcome back. You're still watching Coffee and Crypto. And did you think mining was no child's play? Well, think again, because today joining us on the program are two Indian American siblings, just 14 and 9. Did I say 15 before going into break? I stand corrected. 14 and 9 years old. And guess they've been mining for quite a while, and they just do it in their pastime, I'm told. But that gives them over $30,000 per month. That got you excited, didn't it? So we thought, let's bring them on CC and get to know their story. Well, hello, Ishan. And hello, Anya. Thank you so much for joining us on CC. I have to start, by asking you, and I love doing this with everybody who comes on the program, your crypto story, right? Tell me, when were you introduced to the idea of mining and how did it really come about? Ishan, you can go first.
Sure. So at the very beginning, I think late February of 2021, I heard about the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices spiking in price, and I really wanted to invest in some because it's a good investment. But I didn't have enough money to buy it, so instead of buying for it, I decided to just buy the equipment to earn it instead. And now that got me making an Ethereum mining business, and I'm very proud of it.
Very proud, you should be. And what about you, Anya? Did Ishan, the big brother, bully you into this, or what got you so fascinated about the crypto world?
We both came up with the idea together.
I see.
And whenever we came up with it, I really liked the idea, so I was really interested. So I helped my brother mine and find the equipment.
I see. Okay, then tell me, guys, people find crypto mining very intimidating. Like I said, people think it is no child's play. But look at you guys. Talk us through the process. How did you build up the system? I believe to be doing the amount of business you're doing right now, it takes a huge setup.
I feel like if you really want to learn how to mine for cryptocurrency, just watch a few YouTube tutorials, just read some articles, and you'll understand it. I actually started understanding by watching YouTube tutorials and reading articles, and it was very easy from the beginning. Mining for cryptocurrency is a lot different. So what mining for cryptocurrency really is you use the graphics cards to run a software that just crunches up random numbers in hopes of finding a Bitcoin. And the graphics cards, they run really intense algorithms and math equations. And as a reward for running those math equations, you get a form of cryptocurrency. And it adds up over time. And what cryptocurrency really is it's just like another form of currency, like the American dollar. You can use it to buy stuff, and it works the exact same way.
All right, that's good to know. Fascinating to hear your take on crypto as well. But Anya, why don't you take the next question? And I want to understand what next for you guys. Are you guys ambitious? Is crypto space something that you want to take up professionally here on?
We are hoping to use our profits to pay for both of our college fees, and I want to go to Cornell University and become a doctor.
Are you telling me this is crypto funding your college fee to become a doctor? Wow, that's just beyond me right now. But guys, just to wrap it up now, how much, just give our viewers a sense of how much you're earning right now and how much did you actually put in to build a system?
Sure. As we started, like I said, we were making almost no money, and we only made like $3 a day. At the very start, I transformed my only gaming computer that I used for playing games into a mining rig, and I made only $3 a day. But slowly, as I put my mind to it and started caring more and more about the company, I bought more and more rigs. And here I am today making over $35,000 a month. And I'm really proud of that. However, I was equally as proud when I was making just $3 a day, because I believe that this experience is not for the money-making experience, but more about the learning experience. And that's my favorite part of this whole business.
Oh my God, guys, that's our favorite part of what you've said as well. So congratulations, you deserve to be proud of everything you've done. And congratulations to your parents as well for having understood this. Wow, well, see, that's the beauty of crypto. A youngster can start, somebody who just began this year in 2021 can get started on this journey as well. But of course, like we always say, consult people around you, consult, your financial advisors as well, and take it one step at a time. And we'll be here at CC to hold your hand through the process. That's all we got for you. Thanks so much for joining. We'll see you again next Friday. Remember, it's a new time, Friday at 6:30. Until then, bye-bye.